Hey now, video number 15, East Coast Gullwings. Okay, well, it is the middle of January. As you can see the snow outside, it's probably about 25 degrees out today, which is actually warm. Okay, first obvious thing is transmission cross member is complete. I do like the way it looks. It's strong, it's sturdy, there's no flex in it. So that is a job well done. Kind of was a pain in the butt because the way these ZF transmissions mount, you see these two bolts that are going up and up here. That's basically where the, what do you want, not, what the hell the Corvettes had. They had a piece of sheet metal, not sheet metal, it went from here all the way to the rear end, and that's how it held up the back of the transmission. So I had to do some fabrication to get that to work good, but it's all set. I do have just a regular, can't see it from here, but there's a Turbo 350 transmission mount under there. And you notice all these bolts are just regular grade 5s. They will be replaced with grade 8s. This is just bolts that I had laying around the garage. Okay, so that's done. We'll go to the back here. I did replace both of the rear body mount supports. I did buy new polyurethane body mounts just so I can get everything shimmed up to where I want it when the time comes. Those old body mounts were trash. I did do both sides, and I did not put rivets in there. I just used, I think they're little 1/4 screws, or even finer than that. Double nutted. They're not going anywhere. Okay, what else? Okay, I did get these inner door channels. I did get both sides from Zip Corvette. They were on back order for a bit, so I had to wait for those to come in. Well, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. Let me get my finger here. There's a piece that goes across here, which would, you know, if you've ever been, and I'm sure you've been in the back of a Corvette, but if you've looked in the back, there's a little door that pops open here for the battery, and I'm not sure what goes here. It looks like the spare tire jack or something. There's a piece that's supposed to go back there, but a little rusty on the bottom. It could be repaired, but I really don't want to bother. I've found that it's much easier. Like these pieces here, they were, I think, $90 a piece. I do have a friend, and I actually bought the metal. Was going to have him bend it for me. He's got a big bender. But by the time I get to him and bother him to do it, and then I owe him a favor, might as well just spend the $90 and everyone's happier. So, but they do look nice, and they do fit under the existing channel. This channel ran all the way across. They're designed to go underneath and to be welded to the old piece, but they're the same thickness, so it actually works out good for me. I can attach it to the existing front piece, which, you know, God forbid they made a full freaking piece, so you could just replace the whole thing. But these other pieces were sandblasted, and by the time I'm done primering them and get everything ready, they'll look beautiful. I did make a box for here. You can see it. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. That hole is so you can get at the body mount bolt to tighten it up and loosen it. I do have a new clutch pedal in there because this car was an automatic, so it wasn't a big deal. You know, it just swapped out. They give you a new pin, and that's pretty much it. And you can see in there where the slave cylinder is going to go. I do have to bump out the transmission tunnel right over there. Okay, good finger shot there. Okay, that's not a big deal either. Let's see what else. We'll go to the front. I did get the, let me zoom back out here. I did get the headers. These are from Summit. They're actually pretty cool. They're 200 bucks. They're polished stainless. They do fit very, very well. And the welds are nice. So if you are looking for a set of those, I'd recommend them. For the price, you can't beat it. And it's Summit, so if you didn't like them, you can return them. If you bought them on Craigslist, or not Craigslist, on Amazon or eBay, you always got to worry about bringing shit back. So it's just easier to do it with Summit. Starter is brand new. Because of the ZF transmission, you can't use a regular starter. You got to use a starter out of a Corvette because of the bell housing and all that fun shit. Firewall, there was some cracks in there. They're all repaired. I just have to fill them with the Bondo hair on top. It's gonna be smoothed out, and I'm probably gonna cover up a couple more holes. I'm probably gonna cover this hole up and probably do something over here, and all these holes that are not gonna be doing anything for me, we'll probably get rid of them. I will put the wiper motor back where it came out of. Reason I'm covering the big hole is because I will probably get a complete vintage air unit just to go in there. I think they make them small enough now. They just go right in the inside of the car and you're pretty much done. They don't take up hardly any room like the older ones do. And I can run the ductwork to the defroster and a couple on the dash or the floor or whatever. All these accessories will be gone. They don't fit anyway. It's just that's what came with the motor. So they're just on there because I haven't taken them off yet. Other thing, probably the last thing, would be the exhaust. I have to mock up the exhaust, at least from here to out underneath the cross member in the back where the rear axle is, or not the axle, the rear pumpkin. I do have to put a converter in here, and I will be running probably 2.5 polished stainless with a Y pipe. I do not want dual exhaust. There is no room on a Corvette to run dual exhaust unless you have an earlier Corvette that does not have this. Well, this hump here you see is for the converter. A Corvette came with a cross member with two holes in it, but that's only for 1975 maybe and earlier, that didn't have a converter. So the driver's side does not have room for a converter. Otherwise you wouldn't have anywhere to put the gas pedal or your feet. It's cramped up enough as it is. But I guess that's pretty much it. One last thing, I did mock up the drive shaft tube. I just cut the back, ground it down with a die grinder and a diamond carbide bit, and just pop the end back in just to get the right size. So I know when I'm making my tunnel for a transmission that everything's in the right spot. And that's the reason why I need to do the exhaust also. I don't want to make a floor and then put everything together and then I have a spot where I have to cut the floor and redo it. I kind of don't want to go back and do shit twice. So that's why mocking everything up will work out. I probably will. Well, I'm not gonna mock it up with the stainless. I do have a piece of, I believe it's 2 inch or 2 1/4. I'll be running 2.5, but I might even, someone else mentioned PVC pipe, which kind of makes sense if, it's just for mocking up. I can buy a piece of pipe for probably $5 at Home Depot and get a converter and just stick it there just to see where everything's going. But all right, everyone, I think that's it. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos and to like my videos and all that fun shit. Maybe the next time you see video number 16, I'm going to hope that I have a set of floors in. And then after the floors, the body will get bonded on the side here to parts of the firewall and all the way around the wheel well up on the back window and all the way around. All right, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Everyone, chow mein, have a good one. Take it easy. Keep warm.